Hello, everybody. I'm so sorry. I'm coming late. Technical difficulties. I tried to use a stream, it didn't work. So I'm using YouTube. So thank you so much for joining me. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, everybody. How you all doing? Please let me know if you are hearing me, if the sound is okay. Let just give me some feedback. I'm so sorry that I came on later than I wanted to come on. So um are you hearing me? Is it clear? Is it clear? Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. Good afternoon. um I wanted us to continue with our conversation yesterday, and yeah, because of what has happened in Enugu, in MNA, the DSS attack on IPOB members. I wanted us to continue to talk about it. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate that feedback. Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah, I wanted us to continue to talk about what happened in MNA and the way forward, yeah, we have to grieve for the people who have lost their life, and we have to reflect on what has happened and how we can overcome in general, and how we can re-strategize basically. So this video, like yesterday when we were talking, some of the topics that came up was we should stop crying, and it's time for us to think. And I'm an advocate of calming down and thinking. So we were talking about it yesterday, and I wanted to bring some points across today, because of the way we have it in mind that Biafra is going to come today and tomorrow. And we forget that when we are talking about Biafra, we are talking about a country, not, it's not an instrument, it's not a shop. It is, Biafra is not like a property, it's a country. So it's not something that somebody is going to just give to one person. um is something that has to come through a lot of negotiations, a lot of maybe if you want to go through the war part, a lot of bloodshed, and a lot of collaboration. So it is something that is worthy of sitting down to think about. But first of all, I want to send out my sympathy and condolences again to the people who have died. And it's good that the Ohanes and they are speaking up against it. The governor of Enugu State, they said that they have called for security meeting, and the police, Abdurrahman, the police inspector, or I don't know, the head of the army in Enugu, he's denying that they didn't kill 60 people, that 50 people, that they only killed 4 people. So yeah, so at least somebody is trying to hold them accountable. So for me personally, I want to really talk about the importance of operating from a safe distance, the wisdom in direction, in how you go about something that you so much want, something that is really good in your mind. Yes, Ohaneze said something. They said something that they are not. I think I have the this. Let me check what Ohaneze have said, because I looked through the media today and saw what they have written. Enugu killings, Ohaneze will get to the root of it. So Nnayamodo have made the public statement. Is on Vanguard. He said that they are going to get to the root of it. So he actually gave a statement. Let me read a little bit of what he wrote. President General of Ohaneze Ndị Igbo Worldwide, Chief Nyamodo, yesterday vowed that Ndị Igbo will unearth the circumstances surrounding the massacre of Igbo youth by security agencies at Emene, Enugu last Sunday. This came as Enugu State Governor Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi summoned an emergency state security council meeting. So this is what they are doing already, because Ohaneze and other stakeholders and Alibo Development Foundation, the president, Professor Nwala, has also resigned. So there is a lot of anger because of the ease with which they just went in and mowed down the youth that are not armed, that do not present any danger to them. You see, so this is something that they have been doing, and this is something that they do with ease, and we know that they do this. So why do we want to continue to present ourselves, to make ourselves easy targets? Do we want to encourage our youth to be mowed down like this without anything to defend themselves? Because in the end, we also need our youth. You understand me? So this is why I feel that it is time for us to act in wisdom. I really love how Yoruba people are going about their own, because everything that you have to do, either you do it legally or you do it with violence. And we have done the way of violence, and we know what it takes. And I don't see that we have the same resources or the same capacity to go that route again. So it is important for us to understand where we stand and not necessarily endanger the homeland and bring devastation upon the homeland again and put the life of millions at risk again. You understand me? So I want us to look into the factor. Is Biafra coming? When is it coming? That is not something that anybody can guarantee you, except the person wants to wear military uniform and go into the war front and lead the war until there is a capitulation. As long as that is not happening, there's nobody that can tell you Biafra is coming today, Biafra is coming tomorrow. But what we can do is we have governors who are of Igbo extraction, who are governing Igbo land now, today, tomorrow. These ones we can hold account. These ones we can take this demonstration to them. If we don't have roads, all the things that we agitate about, all the things that Igbo people complain about, we can start from there, because it is something attainable. It is something possible within our hand, because these governors, they have powers to do so much. It's only when they want to go against individuals you see that power. You see that them demonstrating that power. For example, you remember the man, they said that he got caught letters that the fence of the federal government encroached on his land. He got the court papers, so then he went to bring down that fence, only for Enugu government to go there and start demolishing even churches. So they have this power to take drastic draconian action like this. Some time ago, we also saw Wike. He had a disagreement with somebody, and they would just bring down the houses. They have all these powers, but they don't use it where the people want it within that Igbo land. When it comes to something that's really important, like roads, like schools, like hospitals, they will not be acting like they don't know anything that is happening again. You understand me? Yeah, like now, there are a lot of Yoruba people who are calling also for Oduduwa. You see, they are calling for Oduduwa, and they are doing some demonstrations, but you have to see how they are going about it. They are trying to find legal means to do it. And while they are doing that, you see that their governors are also taking measures to protect their land, their state, by forming this Amoteku, this leopard security outfit that they have started it now. And when the federal government said there is no law, that it is illegal, that they don't have any ground to do omoteku, that it has to be taken over by the federal government, they came together and they did a law and gave that security outfit a backing. And with that backing, you see that the security outfit, it has the backing of the government, it has the backing of the law. And those people, they can secure arms legally. And you see how they are doing it with wisdom, with coolness. And again, you have to remember, even though Yoruba people are doing this Amoteku, they are doing, not all the states are taking part. I think Lagos State and Ogun State, or is it Osun State or something, are not taking part in it. So again, they are using wisdom. That's just the point I'm making. So you see some people are using doing this for the call of Oduduwa. You see some people are also maintaining the ground of what is obtainable within the limits of the law right now. So they are doing both. They are not losing anywhere. You understand me? They are gaining both ways. But we are using all our energy to be crying all over the place. We are crying all over the place. We are crying more than the bereaved. We are crying everywhere they keep people. We are the one crying for everybody. So we have effectively made Igbo people a laughing stock. And we are not supposed to be like that. We have done so much. We have recovered so well. Why should we put ourselves in that kind of jeopardy again? This is my point. This is what I'm trying to say. And in this live stream, I really want to appeal to every IPOB youth, everybody. I will say you should learn from your leader. You learn from your leader, Nnamdi Kanu. He came down to Nigeria. He was arrested. He went to jail. He went through that process, and it was, he saw that his life was at risk, and he escaped. And since he has escaped, he's operating from a safe distance. I will really encourage every IPOB member to encourage every IPOB member to operate like that, from a distance, from a safe distance, not in the face of the military when you don't have anything to defend yourself. That is foolishness. That is foolishness, because they can put words in your mouth. If you see that interview they did with IPOB, the people that they caught, those young people that they were confessing that they didn't do anything. I showed you the video last time, that they didn't do anything, that they were just exercising and they were just singing. And you see how they were putting words into their mouth and asking them, what kind of exercise are you doing? You understand? They are putting words into their mouth, and they are going to say, you attacked us with gun, and you killed our men, and all those kind of a thing. Who is going to respond for you? Who? Okay, if you remember, the other ones, they put them in jail since last maybe 2 weeks now. More than 67 of them. Most of them were injured, most of them were beaten. They are still in jail. So there is no wisdom in that. There is no wisdom in putting yourself up in that kind of situation where you are incapacitated, when you are not available to your immediate family, where your life has no, I don't see the wisdom in it. Honestly, I don't see the wisdom in it. So in this video, I just want to say it's time for everybody to act in wisdom, really. As they are burying the dead and recovering those ones who are still missing, it is time for everybody to understand what is at stake and use wisdom. Yeah, this is really what I wanted to say. I wanted to talk to IPOB people and say, I understand your grievances. I understand the grievances of everybody. that is suffering from the malfunctioning of Nigeria, the failure of the Nigerian ruling elite to create a viable state, a viable environment. We understand all these things, but remember that a living dog is better than a dead lion. Huh? A living dog is better than a dead lion. Of what use is a dead lion when it's dead? Is a lion is powerful, but it is dead. Of what use is it going to be to his people, to his community, to his people? So this is a setup, and I want our IPOB people to understand, especially the youth, those ones in Biafra land. Please, you people should understand that it is a setup. You should be able to use wisdom. So if you have anything to say, you can ask me. If you have any question to ask, you can ask me. If you have any contribution, if you want me to talk about anything, you can let me know. So yeah. And then I wanted to also talk about the proscription of IPOB. It's legal, it is standing, it is in court, it is the law. So when something is in the law, it is the law. There's nothing you can do about it. The only thing you can do about it is to pursue it legally. And as long as you are still pursuing it and there's no legal outcome, it remains the law. And they can bind you with that law. And we need to understand this thing. So if they say IPOB is proscribed, it is proscribed according to the law of Nigeria. Is it unfair the way they proscribe IPOB? Yes, it is unfair, but it is the law. Did they hurry up and do it? Is it a form of discrimination? It is, but it is the law. I just hope everybody's understanding me, so that you understand what is at stake. You understand that IPOB is proscribed, and they are proscribed for now. So if you want to go out in the name of IPOB, congregate, like form a group, go in a group, then you will be breaking the law. You'll be breaking the law of the land. So it doesn't matter your opinion about that law. It doesn't matter how unfair. It doesn't matter the emotion or anything you feel or think about that law. The important thing for you to notice is that it is the law, and ignorance is not an excuse of the law. So if you have not been able to overturn that law, it is important to act in wisdom, from a safe distance. Remember, a living dog is better than a dead lion. This is my own position. So all these deaths we are seeing, it can be avoided. It's unnecessary to add more humans to statistics, and they say another number, and they will even dispute the number. And keep in mind, when somebody die, what I don't like about what is going on, these are young people, these are people's children, these are people's brothers, these are people's husbands and girlfriends, boyfriends. We don't hear about them, their name, the life they have lived, what have it just becomes number, and that number, they are even disputing. They are 4, they are 2, they are 50. These are human beings. We should be able to know exactly how many people died, and who they are, what their names are, where they are from. This is accountability, to be able to account for what has happened to your people. So we're not even seeing that. So why would anybody wants to add himself or herself to the statistics when you can do more? When you apply wisdom, why would anybody want to go that route? I feel that this time is not the time to be going out to embrace and attack security people, and confront them when you don't have anything to defend yourself with. Yeah, they prescribed because of whatever reason that they want to give, but they managed and they succeeded, and nobody has taken it up since. That is a failure on the part of IPOB leaders and everybody in Ebola, because once they proscribe IPOB, what did IPOB leaders do about that proscription? Did they contest it in court? Did they take it up and bring it up and put it on par to see this is an equal application of the law when it concerns IPOB people, when it concerns Igbo people. This is an equal application of the law of justice. It's unfair, it's tribalistic. You present your case and make it be heard. But acting as if they prescribe and they are prescribed, it doesn't change the fact that IPOB remains prescribed, and it doesn't change the fact that when you are congregating as IPOB, you are endangering yourself. That is just what I'm trying to say. I understand that a lot of people are angry that how can they prescribe IPOB and all these other people are there, what they call them, Boko Haram, bandit, herdsmen, all these people. Yeah, but we can change that. We can change that. We can change that. Instead of us every day to be crying about everybody what they are doing us, what about looking for how to change the narrative in Igbo land and seek for leadership that will represent our own interests? Yes, it is possible. Because I remember when we were growing, they always say, "Ihe na-enwe ụta na-eme ya dị," means when there is something that looks like it is impossible, there is a way around it. There's always a way around it. But the thing that should be at the back of the mind of everybody now is no war, no war. We say no to war because the way they will descend on you, you will not believe your eyes. Remember, when Ojukwu declared Biafra the first time, he didn't declare Biafra because he wanted to go to war. He felt it was legitimate. He had a reason for it. The Igbo people and everybody of the southeastern region, they were under attack in Nigeria. Across the north, millions are being killed all over the country. They were trying to escape. They came back into Igbo land. So there was a lot of aggression against Igbo people. So at that point, he felt it was justified. He didn't know. He wouldn't even know that they would come for war the way they did, and they did it aggressively and massively. So now we know how they can come against Igbo land this time. Why do you want to invite that kind of anarchy again when you are not ready, when you don't have the resources or the capacity to deal with that? We should be able to learn from the past and not repeat the mistake of the past. They say agba ambu otuo n'ogwe, agba abo otuo n'ogwe, or n'ogwe ka apịara aka or something like that. So when you have done something and you see that what you have done, there is no benefit to it, why should you continue to do it? Why? You should be able to change your strategy, sit back, cool down. These things take time. There is no need for another war, really. And then Ojukwu said it before he died. He said there is no need for another war. At the most, we can try to get everybody to come around, let everybody. And I feel that the way I'm even looking at this Nigerian issue is that the suffering really needs to go around, because now these people who have suffered, the Southeast have suffered, the Northeast have suffered. Maybe the thing needs to go around to Northeast and Northwest, and let everybody feel the impact of the failure of the Nigerian state, and then everybody will agree. You understand? Because now, if anybody wants to do aggression against one another in Nigeria, they will get the support, they will get the firepower to deal with each other. But in a larger sense, it's still death and destruction on African soil. At the end of the day, it doesn't benefit anybody. And it will not even benefit the Igbos at all. It will be a waste. So I'm against any kind of war on Igbo land for now, because there is no justification for it. We have fought a war before. There is no need for another war. What we need now is dialogue, and dialogue. And one person cannot say they are going to bring and give you Biafra. It's not possible, because it is all about negotiation. If you go to the UN, if you go to all these international bodies, they want to see leaders, stakeholders from every part of the enclave. Leaders. It's not something that one person can give you. It is not a property, it's not a piece of land, it's a nation. It is a nation. So we must avoid any further bloodshed on Igbo land. We must avoid anybody adding to these statistics. It is unethical. It is wicked for anybody to tell you that you should go and face armed people with sticks. You understand? They are going to lie. They are going to open fire on you and they will lie and nothing will come out of it. Then they put the world on notice, but the world doesn't want to notice. So what are you going to do? Those people that have died now, their families are grieving. Okay, even they put the word on notice, what use is it going to bring? You understand me? So maybe you can congregate with another name even. Maybe you can find a way around it. So you can congregate and you don't call yourself IPOB. How about that? There are so many ways around it. Yeah, the thing is there is deceit there. There is deceit there. People think that you can just go to the UN. You can go. I've worked with the UN and I know you can't just walk to the UN. If you are coming to the UN, if you are coming to the international body and you want to represent a region, a country, you are coming with leaders. They call them delegates. You are coming with delegates. You can't. It's not somebody that one person can go and represent. You can go as an individual person to represent maybe one community, or you can't go as a single person to represent the interests of millions. It is impossible. So they are talking about leaders. So before UN can even support anything like that, there has to be like sign of collaboration, of dialogue, of the capacity to work together, to build together. There has to be that capacity. You understand? Otherwise, nobody is going to support, like a new anarchy. So the UN cannot support people who don't even get along together. No, they can't. The UN cannot support an individual. The UN will ask you to bring your leaders. Who are your leaders? Who are the stakeholders? They need representatives. That's why they need delegates. Those delegates will come and there will be a room. Everything that happens in this UN is open. There's an open letter. There is an open place, a podium. Everybody, media covers it. It is open. There's nothing they do in secret. They don't do anything in secret, especially something that as controversial as a breaking away, a new country. So they are always careful with it because it is not only Biafra that is seeking to break away from Nigeria. There are also other countries that want to break away from where they are. If you go to Spain, there are also people who want to break away. If you go to Scotland, if you go to Asia, Turkey, so many places. So they are very, very careful about these things. So it's only a place where as long as you're not going through war, when you want to do it through war, you go frontal. If you can take it, you take it. But if you are not going through war, it's going to be through delegation, through dialogue, elaborate dialogue, and visible results of that dialogue. And you come with delegates of every stakeholder that is involved in that thing. But we don't have that now. We don't have it. No matter what anybody is telling you, it is a lie. There's a lot of deceit there. There is a lot of deceit there because most times for example, I'll give you a good example. You remember when the Operation Python dance happened. So they went to Nnamdi Kanu's house and they shot down a lot of people, if you remember very well. So there was a lot of crying and mourning. I myself, that was when I decided to come to social media. I wasn't on social media. I wasn't doing anything like that. But that was what made me to understand that I cannot be just in my comfort zone and just remove myself. So that was when I got up to find out what is going on. What can I do? How can I contribute? You understand? What is there? What is going on? You remember, then there was a UN meeting going on. Hi, good morning. You're welcome, Florence. You're welcome. So, I'm talking about Operation Python dance. I just want to give an illustration. I want to give, like, I want to tell you like how it goes, because when somebody tells that they delegate one person to the UN, it's not possible. It's a lie. So, what I'm trying to tell you, I want you to understand that time when that Operation Python dance happened, there were so many people that died. Everybody was angry. People were crying, and everybody was saying, when Buhari is going, there was a UN meeting. I think the 27. I don't know the number exactly. Buhari was going to that meeting, so a lot of IPOB people, a lot of Igbo people, they went together to New York. That was in New York, and they were having a protest outside of the UN building. So Buhari was inside the building giving a speech to the UN body on behalf of Nigeria, and he was actually talking, for Palestine and for the people in Burma. But our IPOB people were outside. They didn't even have any audience. They didn't even have media covering them, except for, some people have telephone coverage of what they were doing. They didn't have anything like that. So if it is possible to go into the UN and address them, something like that will not happen. Yeah, there's a lot of deceit there. So if somebody is going to the UN building and walking around that place, and then they take pictures, and you don't see them going into a room, you don't see them addressing a podium, you don't see them addressing people, you don't see what they went there to do, then they have gone there to have a tour. They have not gone there to meet anybody or solicit with anybody, and they can't even just go and meet with anybody. You understand? Because at the most, IPOB is a pressure group. It's a pressure group. What it can be doing is to pressure locally, and maybe if they are able to succeed locally and get representatives that they can send as delegates to the UN. The UN is not where anybody can just come in because they have grievances. There are so many people who have so many grievances that they can go to the UN with, but you can't do that because it's a delegation. It's only delegates that have been delegated with numbers that can go there, and that is why most of the times only officially elected presidents and states or diplomats that have been chosen from the states. You understand me? It's not something that you can just walk in, except you are going there as on individual capacity to visit somebody that is there, or you are going there to have a tour, because they always have a tour. Even here in Germany, if you want to go to the Bundestag, that is the German parliament, it is allowed. You can come in, they'll take your passport, take your identity, you book the tour, you go inside, you can be seeing them as they are having their plenum. That doesn't mean that you have anything to do with what is going there. You can come in and observe the whatever is going on for the day, well, whatever plenum that they have, whatever they are discussing, you can see how the whole day is going on. I'm not talking down the movement. I'm telling you what is real. I'm telling you that there's a lot of deceit. I'm telling you there's a lot of deceit. And because of this deceit, our people are willing to die because they think the UN is going to intervene. The UN cannot intervene because the UN is being sponsored by the owners of Nigeria. The people that created Nigeria and are benefiting from Nigeria are also the people that are sponsoring the UN. So the UN cannot go against its paymasters, except we in Nigeria, as groups and ethnic nationalities, we are able to come to an agreement among ourselves, and then we can send delegates to the UN and say, this is our conclusion, this is what we want. You understand? This is how it works. Nobody can just go there and make demand or anything. No, there has to be an elaborate deliberation and collaboration and delegation from all people who are involved. So this is what I'm trying to say. So the first thing that the leaders of IPOB supposed to do is to seek for the revocation of that proscription, and stay on it until it is revoked. You cannot act around it. You cannot pretend it is not there, because it's still there. You understand what I'm trying to say? Yeah, I'm not talking down on the movement. I know that everybody have to do what they can do, but if there is a deceit, it's good to point it out. You understand me? Yeah. Thank you all. If you have anything, you can ask me. If you want to hear any other thing. Thank you so much. Thank you, David, Chris. Thank you. So yeah, I know that everybody have to do what they have to do, but as long as IPOB remains proscribed, and as long as there is no revocation, we can always seek for collaboration. We can always seek for people to help us to fight. At least let them remove that proscription. But again, you can also go around it by maybe you group in another name, or no, on no name, just come together, maybe as people of this village. You say you are people from youth from this village, you are gathering. You don't have to be confrontational, so long as you know what you are doing. You don't have to be confrontational because you don't have anything to back up that confrontation. So you can say, okay, we are the community of Umeze, we are having our family meeting. Nobody is going to say you people should not have a village meeting. Nobody is going to say town union should not gather. But so long as you are tagging that IPOB around it, then you are inviting the security operatives to descend on you. So it is time to be wise, because only the wise will win. Only the smart will be alive. And only when you are alive that you can, you understand, you can even reap the benefit of what you are fighting for. Because again, a living dog is better than a dead lion. There is no use of adding more dead people to the statistics. And at large, they don't value the life of African people self. So if una like una kill on herself, nobody send on a message. They will just be looking. If una say una one fight, they will carry weapon give both sides. Or mona they kill on herself. They go say, waiting with the fine self. We even say they don't even too many. Say make them die small. Waiting the life they do. You see, it is really, really important for us to understand the way the thing is paining us in our heart. It can make you to go and throw tantrum. You think you are doing something, but really you are just setting yourself up for destruction. And they don't care. You remember what the British Prime Minister said? He said, no matter how millions of people that we die that they cannot give Biafra, because they don't know what the Biafrans are going to do with the powerful resources that they have. So they are not willing to give that Biafra, and they don't care if millions die in the process. They don't care. They really don't care. And if millions more die, okay, look at what is happening in Middle Belt. They are wiping away communities. Did you hear it anywhere? You don't hear it. Okay, look at that day. Something happened in Lebanon. It was all over the news. But more than things that are like that are happening in Nigeria, communities, villages are wiped out. Nobody talks about it. Even Nigerian media, they will say it's clash. Just like this IPOB matter now. People that are having plan, they say they clash. Where is the clash? There is no clash. But this is a way that the media, Nigerian media, the government, and the media itself, you can't really blame them, because if they don't report like that, they can go and close their stations, or they will be in trouble. They will not be able to. So everybody is just afraid. They have created an atmosphere of fear. So they will say they clash. Village people, villagers, so that are sleeping, that they will come under attack. Nigerian media will say that they clash with herdsmen. How? It's not possible. It is a lie. Everybody know that villagers don't clash with herdsmen, but everybody will just accept it like that. And the media, international media, they don't carry it. We don't hear it. Thank God that these days a lot of Nigerians are even owning media platforms, but people are still scared to talking about sensitive issues. Rather talk about entertainment, celebrity, hair, beauty. Yeah, yeah. I think it is a wise decision for them to stop gathering for now. Yeah, it is a wise decision for them to stop gathering, and yeah, anything that will provoke the unnecessary killing of our young people, we really have to prevent it. We need to stop it. We need to stop it, and we need to understand that we don't need another war. We don't need another war in Nigeria. We don't need another full-scale war. I know that war, it sounds romantic, it sounds strong. When this thing start now, by the time you know it, they will maybe eliminate so many people initially, even many of these young people that will be at the forefront. What it will be left will be the rest of the population. How are you going to deal with that? We don't need war. We only need to build on the gains we have built on the last 50 years since after the war. We need to build on those gains. We don't have to throw away everything we have gained. Akpata atụfuo anaghị eji ya aba ọgaranya. When you gather wealth and you waste it, it is not how you build wealth. Wealth is something you transfer. So let every generation do their own and transfer it, and it will come. When the time comes, when the time is ripe, when everybody is satisfied, when the suffering has gone round, when the northeast are facing their own, the south, even the northwest, some of the northwest are facing their own. Some of the northwest are facing their own. So everybody is facing their own. At the end of the day, people will have to come to the negotiation table. We are not going to expect that foreigners will give us Biafra, something that will make us to be good, something that will make us to be living good. I don't think that is their interest. Their only interest is, how is it possible for them to have access to everything that they have in Nigeria without doing much stress? That is their interest. And unless we want to play dumb, like be like the other people who are also, you understand, so that we can also have the same access. This is also possible. But please, my people, let everybody remove their mind from war. War is not a joke. War is not a dating. Even up till now, the remnants of all the bombardment are still in Ebola. Like as children, when we were playing, they would say, if you see anything iron, don't touch it, don't you run, because it can be, something that did not detonate. There is no benefit to war. The only people that benefit in war are the manufacturers of all those ammunitions, all those war planes. You understand? Those are the people that benefit from it, and the people that have upper hand in winning. If you look at the US now, they are always investing in war technology, in everything. You understand? They are always advancing their technology. So we don't have that capacity now. We don't have the possibility to build all those things. So we need to look for alternative for now and avoid anything that will bring further devastation and destroy the gains that we have gathered. And we must stop crying. We must stop crying. We must stop crying, and we must stop pointing finger like children. You are the one that did it. You are the one that did it. Yoruba did it. Hausa did it. Fulani did it. You understand? Nobody takes us serious like this. If you see all this thing that is happening, even though Yoruba people control the media, you don't see them calling Fulani every time. Everybody, one of them, every governor, but you see them trying to do what they can do. You see them trying to better the life of their people in their states. Was when I was in Yoruba land, I even know that state government used to give bursary to students, like, from state government, they give monthly salary to students to go to university. We don't have that kind of thing in Imo State, where I came from, and I was surprised. They were giving their from the same state coffers, but in Imo State, you have to pay school fees, even whether your papa died, whether your mama died, no story, you have to pay school fees. You understand? You have to pay school fees, and if you don't bring that school fees, nothing for you to go to Imo State University. You have to bring a lot of money. But if you go to that is why most of the time when you go to the southwest, you see our people are so many there in their schools, because they make it easy for you. They make it easy. They are trying what they can. So at the end of the day, we need to look back home. We need to look back home. That agitation That anger, let us take it back to the leaders in Igbo land. The money that they are getting from the government, where is it? The allocations that they allocate for everything in Igbo land, where is it? Where is the money to build primary school? Ordinary primary school, these people refuse to build. We need to take that agitation to them. We take the agitation to their road. It's not that they will be, praising the governor. Maybe the governor lay one road, they will be praising them. We can transform Igbo land even with what is at hand now. If you look at what the governor of Borno State, even in the midst of war, look at what he is building for his state. You see, but if you come to Igbo land, our governors have not done well at all. Yeah, we know, everybody know that it is not in the interest of the world powers for Nigeria to break away, to separate. If it's going, so if anything like that going to happen now, they are going to take sides again. They are going to take side, and they are going to equip this side, like what happened during Biafra. They equip Nigeria, then they send aid, humanitarian aid to this side a little bit, you understand. They will send those war materials and they will finish the people. We don't need that in Igbo land. But this anger, we can take it to the governors, we can take it to the local government chairman, we can take it to the senators, we can make them to use the money that they have collected for the benefit of the country, for the best, for the purpose. They say that they collected this money, they give them this money. That money is not their monthly allocation for their pocket. It is for the whole state, for the state health facilities, for the state. When I was growing up, when I was still small, when I was in Igbo land, when I was in my village in Imo State, our primary school was still top notch. Our secondary school was still top notch. It was state government school, it was state primary school. Everything was functioning. They are paying teachers. Teachers are well trained. Teachers who have school certificate, teacher training certification, that are teaching. We can still have that with what we have today. The governors must stop spoiling the money. So when you face the governor, if it's not enough, if they are not getting, then they should face the people that that they are working with. So I think that we need to start from home first. We cannot excuse and say no excuse. If you are a governor and they give you money to help your state, to pay salary, can you believe in Imo State they don't even pay salary, they don't even pay pension? So they put the people in perpetual poverty. And this perpetual poverty is pushing people to go and face security people with sticks. They put people in hardship. And they will say they don't have power, but when it comes to demolish houses, when it comes to show their power, you will see them. But when it comes to tell me, how much does it cost to renovate a primary school in a village? Imagine primary school in Igbo land, no chair. The children are sitting on the ground like vagabonds. Primary school. What does it cost for a governor, for a local government chairman to put a primary school in order, to put the seats there, to do the board, to pay the salary of the teacher so that the children can go to school? What does it cost for a state government to make school, at least primary school, available? What does it cost? Yeah, we really need to start from home. I've made a video before that we cannot be saying Fulani every day. It is nobody will take you serious if you are openly showing hatred towards another group of people, no matter your reason. It is not accepted in the world we live today. You cannot come out openly and be saying these people are evil, even though they are, even though you have justification to talk like that. It is not acceptable. Nobody will take you serious. No word wants to listen to you. So it is left for you to find how to go around your problem. Yeah, I'm telling you people. So I just wanted to add some, to add my own opinion to the dialogue, to the conversation, so that, moving forward, so that we cannot continue to be doing the same thing and expect another result. That is madness, my people. That is madness. I do not support any form of war on Igbo land. The only war we can do is, you see that protest, if it is a local government. Back in the day when we were in Igbo land, I was there, late 80s to early 90s. We still had government primary school. I went to one of those primary schools, and the primary school was good. And we came out of those primary schools, we could still face the world. We could go to anywhere and, contend, because it was a good education, and it was just in the village there. It's not like you went to anywhere. Everybody went to, that time there was no private school. Everybody went to community primary school and the community secondary school. It was funded. We had libraries. Everything was there. Why can't we have it now? Now we have more developed people. Now there are more rich people. Why can't we have that now? Why must we be blaming Fulani for everything? Why must we be blaming anybody for anything? We can do it. We can start from there. Look at, for example, if you go to Ondo State now, you see that they built a University of Health. If you go to that University of Health, many Igbo people are there working, Igbo doctors. If you have done medicine as an Igbo person, it is very difficult to find somewhere to do medical practice in Igbo land, because there are no institutions. Maybe here or there are very few. We don't have infrastructure. We don't have facilities for our people. The governors are not doing anything. They are just carrying pot belly around. Maybe if they build one thing here, they build two things, everybody will be clapping for them. But the fundamental structure that keeps the masses impoverished is still there. If you build one road, it doesn't put food on people's table immediately. So you have to extend those amenities. You understand me? You have to do things that will put money back in people's hands to make it easy for people to live their daily lives. And we can do that in Igbo land now, today. I don't see any reason why. When I did my youth service, I did my youth service in Uyo. Back in that, I did my youth service in 2000 and 2003. I did my youth service in Uyo, in Akwa Ibom State. But then, if you saw Uyo, that time Uyo was just like Umuahia, was nothing big about it, just But when I looked at Uyo again, just like 3 years ago, if you see Uyo has transformed. Like the place is like, why can't we have that? We have not had anything like that. If you go to Umuahia, the way Umuahia is right from time is still the same. There is nothing happening. Like, there is nothing to show that this is a capital of a state, no landmark, apart from that roundabout where you go to Aba. From here you go to Umuahia, then you go to Mbise Road or Kigwe Road. Nothing else. Like, you cannot say, where is the city center? It doesn't exist. Umuahia, it doesn't exist. Okay, look at Aba. Aba it's almost like an abandoned city. Why can't, like, last week I saw that the people went ahead and started doing cleanup on themselves, by themselves. It is good they were doing cleanup. It's very good that they did that. There is nothing showing that there's nothing showing that we are even interested in building the homeland itself. We're only having an excuse. And I feel that all this thing is politically motivated, because you cannot say every time you want to go to power in the center, because power in the center, when you get there, you start trying to appease all sides. It doesn't even mean that you are going to be able to help your people. Okay, look at Southwest, they have a president. Look at Northerners, they've had president. It doesn't translate anything to the lives of the local people. Okay, if you understand me, because at the end of the day, everything is rural. Then another thing is constitutional amendments. That one is something that legal people can be pursuing. But what is obtainable for now is that the governors, the legislators, all those senators and the House of Rep members, that they are using the money that they are getting from the federal government for the people in Igbo land, the way it's supposed to be, that the allocation that they are getting from the federal government, it is not their pocket money, it is not their family money, it is not for them to send their children and their girlfriends and their boyfriends to abroad and be living large. It is for them to make life in Igbo land, in their state, in their community, good and better. This is where I stand in all this. And by so doing, we will minimize this aggression. We will minimize this desperation. We will minimize all this anger. We'll make life livable for people within our state. All this our state house, they have powers. They can do something. Our state assembly, they have legal backing. They can enact laws for the local states. The laws will be effective in that state. We can do that, and it is achievable. And you don't need federal might to do that. Yeah, thank you so much, my people. I hope that you are following me. If you have any questions, you can ask me. Yeah, so for me, I stand for where I have started before. We have no reason to bring devastation upon Igbo land now, as things stand now. No, that would be a fatal mistake. That would be uncalled for. We don't have any reason to bring war and destruction on Igbo land. There is no need for that. There is no reason for that. We have to use what we have for now, and steadily, slow and steady, we will get to our destination. Yeah, thank you so much for staying with me this long. If you have any questions, you can ask me before I go offline. If anybody has any question, you can ask me now. Or if you want me to talk about something else, you can ask me. Okay, so on that note, I'll be calling it a day for today. I'm happy that the Ohanese Ndibo, they are speaking out that the Enugu State military division, they are being held to account for what has happened. And yeah, this is something that can be done. And I'm also happy that going forward, IPOB people have been asked not to gather and put themselves in danger like that again. And I hope that the leaders of IPOB are working towards, legal the proscription of IPOB, and investing in that option to have IPOB deproscribed as soon as is possible, and at least let the case go to continue to be heard in court, and let's see how that one goes. So thank you so much, my people. I really appreciate you staying by. I'm sorry that I came late, as I told you guys I wanted to come on 11 o'clock, but I was not able to. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate your staying with me. So I'll see you guys another time. I'll let you know when it's possible for me to go live. And I hope I improve on my skills of live streaming. And I'll see you guys in another video very soon. Bye for now. Bye.